First, we begin with a new trend in coping with stress and the toll it can often take on one's life. It's called life coaching, and it's viewed as an alternative to seeing a therapist. For people who want to set goals, reduce their overall stress levels, maybe even lose weight, and get their life under control. Today, Mona Bergman strides with the confidence of knowing she's healthy both mentally and physically. But 5 years ago, she had a much different story to tell.
I was 30 pounds overweight, suffering from depression, panic attacks, severe indigestion, and migraine headaches.
A high-stress job as a production assistant in the television industry had Mona working 17-hour days and getting very little sleep. On top of that, she wasn't eating properly, which caused her to gain weight, and her overall well-being was suffering.
I just didn't wake up one day 30 pounds overweight and with stomach aches. It was a slow process with not enjoying the position I was holding at the time.
Rather than wallow in her worries, Mona decided to confront her problems head-on. She wanted results, and quickly. She was referred to life coach AMY APPLEBAUM, who helped Mona come up with a plan to get control of her life and her health.
I need somebody to kick my butt. There was no way I was going to sit with someone and be nurtured in a year-long process with this. I needed results now. I was miserable.
Here was this girl who came to me. She was depressed. She had massive anxiety attacks, several usually a day. She had intestinal problems, and she was probably 30 pounds overweight. She was miserable.
Through a 3-month intensive program involving 3 phases, Amy helped Mona set goals and stick to them.
In the initial phase, we're going to talk about what do you want, and I'm going to study who you are. In phase 2, we have to start creating that life. So this is the assignment phase. This is where you're going to start thinking differently, and you're going to start acting differently. And then in the final phase, that's the fun part. That's where we celebrate. We get, to get excited about all of the things that you've accomplished.
Mona was required to conduct research on nutrition and stay accountable for her goals by reporting back to Amy each week with results.
She directed me in a way to become more educated about eating correctly, diet and exercise. I started to read books, I started to interview people, I started to go to the gym, and I started to be proactive in my own life and start to care about myself.
Amy says Mona's case is common. She sees many women who are overworked, overcommitted, and not taking the time to take care of their own health.
Life coaching for women is really important right now. These are people who are doing it all. Big careers, big families, big goals. Stress is one of the leading causes of illness in our country.
Hiring a life coach was the right decision for Mona.
I lost 27 pounds in 3 months working with Amy. I do not suffer from panic attacks anymore. I do not have indigestion. I do not have the migraine headaches. What I see today is completely unrecognizable where I was 5 years ago. I don't even know who that person was who didn't take the time for themselves.
In addition to Mona's health and happiness improving dramatically, she also found time to meet her soulmate in the process. She walked down the aisle with him earlier this year.
In a few words, I can describe my life now as being motivated, inspired, loving, and just full of joy.
When looking for a life coach, it's important to shop around. The International Coach Federation has created an accreditation program for the many schools that train life coaches. Their website can help you find a credentialed coach. Just go to abc7.com and we'll link you.